have no regard for life. It's been taken out of you. So to kill somebody is easy because you have no feeling anymore for one another. It's not that you are animals. You are the most beautiful people on earth, but somebody has to bring it out. It's there, but under the prevailing conditions, you don't see it and nobody else sees it. So we now are being manipulated. Let me tell you what Pharaoh's looking at. He's saying they're multiplying. They're warriors. They're fearless. We controlled their mothers and fathers with religion, and we control their mothers and fathers with education. Now these are turning the schools out. These don't go to church. So we've lost control of this group. No leader that we send to them like we used to with their mothers and fathers can talk to them. They don't listen to politicians. They don't listen to preachers. They don't listen to their teachers. They're just out there. Pharaoh's saying, what are we going to do with them? The Bible says Pharaoh concocted a plan. And his plan was, out of fear that you would multiply and join on to an enemy of his and come against him, Pharaoh said, let's deal wisely with them. Let's look at the word wisely. When you deal wisely with somebody, brothers, you maneuver them so that they don't know they're being maneuvered. You manipulate them from a vantage point where they can't even see they're being manipulated. You subliminally suggest things into their minds, conscious and subconscious. And then they begin to act, and they think they're acting from their own thoughts while they're being wisely dealt with. See, the Quran talks about the plan of the wicked, and they plan. Yes, sir. But the word in the Quran for plan means they skillfully maneuvered a situation where the actor thinks he is acting on his own, but he's part of a skillful plan that he's being maneuvered out of pocket into a way where he justifies his own destruction. Pharaoh said, let's deal wisely with them, lest they join on to an enemy of ours and come against us. What are you going to do, Pharaoh? Let's kill all the male children and spare the female. Listen to what Pharaoh said. That's Bible and Quran. Let us do what? Kill the male and spare the female. Why Pharaoh? Why you want to spare the female? See, brothers, in warfare, the man is the wall of defense and protection for the female of his species. You are the wall. Anytime somebody knocks down the wall, then to the victor go the spoils. And the spoils of war is called booty. And here you are singing, shake your booty, shake your booty. What you talking about? You admit when you sing a foolish song like that you are a conquered man. And your woman is the booty or the prize of the conqueror. The white man don't love you. He'll give your woman a job, but to hell with you. You go to the college, you get a degree, you come out looking for a job, they tell you quickly you're overqualified. Or if you just graduate from grammar school, didn't get a high school education, you're underqualified. So you are in the ranks of the unemployed, but your women are downtown in the offices of all these white folk. Talk to me. Your woman is a conquered woman because you are a conquered man. White man don't respect you and me as men. He has maneuvered us into a position, brothers, where our woman is a prize to him. So let's kill the black man and spare the black woman. Now let's see if the plan is in operation. Are you multiplying? You multiplying. You're young and you're strong. He's getting older and weak. He has got to put you in a position where you can never threaten white supremacy. So how do we do that? First of all, brothers, he knows it's time for you to rise. You subconsciously know something is wrong. And you don't know exactly what is wrong, but you know this situation that you're living in ain't right. You're angry, but you don't know who to strike out at because the enemy is really unseen. You don't really see who's giving you hell. It looked like your mama. It looked like your daddy. It looks like your uncle. It looks like the brother next door. But it's not your mother, nor your father, nor your brother next door. It's the big boys up at the top. Y'all all right? Let's see. Brothers, they plan at the top wars that the poor whites, blacks, and Hispanic have to go fight. But it's not for democracy. It's not for freedom. It's to maintain the privileged position of the rich in the society. The truth can come out now. I don't want to go too far. Not tonight. But I'm just going to throw a little hint out to let you know that there's a whole lot more knowledge behind the hint. And at the proper time, I will reveal it all so that the American people may know they have been hoodwinked. They have been bamboozled. They have been took. They've been had. And their country has already been taken from them, and they don't even know it. We're going to do a lot about it. And you know what, brother? The first thing you got to do is to know. That's right. And when you know, to have foreknowledge is to be forearmed. The problem that we are suffering from now is we don't know what's happening. So I came to New Orleans to pull your coat, let you know what's happening, then together we can do something about it. Now let's see. Many of you younger brothers that grew up in the South, your grandmothers and your great-grandmothers and grandfathers, if you notice, they had, even coming up out of slavery, a more stable family life. Grandma and grandpa, they didn't have college education, but they had a lot of intelligence. Grandma and grandpa had what they call mother wit. They had family life, family structure, that we could always rely on grandma or grandpa to hold things together. When you went to grandma's house, grandma didn't pop some food in a microwave. Grandma was at the stove cooking a meal for her grandson that she put it together, spent hours in the kitchen. You could smell the bread in the oven as you were walking up to grandma's house. Grandma could cook. Grandma could sew. Grandma could embroider. Grandma made things out of nothing that made her house look like a home and feel like a home. Look at this now, brother. Let me show you how this thing has been skillfully done. In order to break the man, you got to break up family. If you can break up family, you break up the very core that feeds human values into a child. You got to break family ties. Boy, it's heavy. How do you break family? You got to separate the male from the female, put them at odds, then create economic conditions that takes the woman out of the home. Let me show you how it's been done, man. All of this has been done for profit. And the mass of the American people, white and black, are suffering as a result of some manipulation. But for you, it's deadly, because you are the problem that they got to deal with. Now look at this, brothers. When a woman went to school years ago, she had to take a course in home economics. Whether she went on into professional life or not, she had to know how to cook. Every one of those courses have been cut out. Why? So that the merchants of death, who deal in profit and not in human life, could begin preparing your food for you. See, when grandma took you to dinner, She went out in the field and got some of this and some of that, because she usually had a garden. You knew what fresh corn tasted like. You knew what fresh peas tasted like. You knew what fresh killed meat tasted like. Because in the days when I was a little boy, they didn't have big supermarkets, big chain stores. So the food was fresh. But when refrigeration came and processed food came, heart attacks started increasing from the time, listen, from the time that they began modern agribusiness. Check out the heart attacks. Grandma was a slave. She didn't die of no damn heart attack. They toted cotton from can't see morning to can't see night. They didn't fall dead in the field from a heart attack. You live a better life than they live. And you can't make it today. You're falling apart. Let us deal wisely with them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Think about it.
It took Mom out the kitchen. See? Grandma put her breast in the baby's mouth, because no cow's milk or formula is better than the milk of a sick woman. Now we are on the breast as grown men. But the baby can't find no room on the breast for us. Get out of here, boy. It's my turn. Just a little humor, brothers, but it's true. She's been made to believe if she breastfeeds the children, she'll lose her form, and I ain't got time. I got to go to work. So she pulled her breast out the baby's mouth, put a plastic bottle with a formula in there. Who made the formula? What's in the formula? I don't know. Give it to the baby. But what God put in the breast, that's the real formula, brother. And if you know how to eat and you know how to think, you can pass right through your breast health and the chemistry of an enlightened mind infused in the milk. White folk know this. Take you off the breast, put you on a bottle, and then give you a teddy bear to play with. Give you things to play with. Mama ain't got no time to spend time with you. Put you in a daycare center where people look at you as a number like they do in prison. They don't have no real love for you. It's money. So they mistreat you, while grandma knew how to love you. She knew how to take our foolishness and sit us down and smack us upside the head and put a Bible reading on us. Grandma and grandpa was there, but mama don't have the time now. And the young mothers today, they're out of time completely. And so the babies are growing up cold, being wedded to things. Sit down in front of the TV. I ain't got no time. Look at Barney. Oh, you got this big, dumb-looking thing. I love you, you love me. Growing up our children on madness. Because you don't have time. Sit down in front of the TV. I'm busy. What you busy doing? looking at the other TV. New Orleans, brothers, it's going on all over the country, man. And when you grow up with nothing human, not the warmth of your mother's breast, not the care of a loving father, then you got to go to school and learn false things about yourself as a black person, or nothing about yourself. Then you end up growing to dislike who you are. You look at your color. Why am I black? Because everything in the society that's moving ahead is white or near white. And especially in a place like New Orleans, you know. And they pit us against each other. Take our different colors and pit us one against the other. So now you're growing up cold, unloved, unwanted, and then you're angry, and you're filled with pain, and you don't even know what's at the core of it. You're a man, but you can't prove who you are. You lay down in your bed and you dream about your own greatness, but when you awaken, reality sets in. You don't find peace in the house, so you go out in the street and you find some more brothers look just like you, angry just like you, cold just like you, my man. And whoever thumps the hardest become the leader. It's not who got the most intelligence. After you get whooped, you say, well, that's my man. Then, this is the same when we were coming up, older ones, but today it's a little different. Now, they say, well, since we can't control them with religion or education, let's put the drugs in. Now, brothers, hardly a brother in this audience has not experienced getting high. There's hardly one of us in this audience who has not experienced drugs. Hardly one. That's something to think about, man. When I was coming up, reefer was there. I knew where the reefer man was. Well, hell, if I knew where he was, the police should have known where he was. If I, as a child, knew where to go to buy hashish and ganja, the police knew. But the police didn't give a damn as long as it was you and me getting high. Because didn't nobody care about black people, and they don't give a damn about you today. If you don't care about yourself, black man, there's nobody to care about you but God. Do you think they cry at night when you kill one another? They say that's one less nigga we got to deal with. The hospitals have no respect for you because every weekend it is we who are putting ourselves in the hospital, cutting, shooting, destroying one another to the joy of our enemies. Let's deal wisely with them. Now the drugs are here. Brothers, the older ones in the audience, you know when we were coming up, very few of the brothers, hardly any of the brothers had guns. We could go to the store and buy a knife. It was illegal to carry a knife this long, but it wasn't illegal to make it. It wasn't illegal to sell it. But when we bought what somebody sold, and police stopped us and searched us and found this long blade in our pocket, we were arrested. But they never arrested the hardware store that sold it or the manufacturer that made it. You've been tricked all the way, brothers. You now hate yourself. You don't like who you are. So if you don't like yourself, when you look in the mirror, you see somebody you don't like. When you see me, you see somebody you don't like. Why you don't like me? Well, that nigga look just like me. I don't like me, I don't like him. So every time you squeeze the trigger on your brother, you're squeezing the trigger on yourself, you're killing something that you hate yourself, you hate him, so you're destroying yourself now. Somebody's dealing wisely with you, made you your worst enemy in the time of your rise. God said, you are my people, and the enemy knows it's your time. But he's so envious of your future. He wants to destroy your future by causing you to become the number one haters and destroyers of yourself. Now, brothers, the food in the house, all of it is from the supermarket.